From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming your way next.
Your Miami Marlins.
So just about set now. Today's starting pitcher, Ronnie Enriquez. Singing he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Nick Fortes, the new catcher now. Okay, all set to go. And now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. And the next pitch is way outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Here's Kyle Tucker. The pitch. That missed by a lot. And a count 2-1. Runner at first with no outs here. And it's even up.
Cancel.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So digging in, Seiya Suzuki. Next pitch is outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
First and second here, no outs. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Michael Busch in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fastball for a strike.
Okay.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Busch. And that's downstairs and outside.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
2 on, 1 out. That misses the zone. Full count now.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Dansby Swanson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stuff. Just 1 out away from getting out of a huge jam.
And here comes Dansby Swanson.
Ball inside.
First and second, 2 down. Just off the outside edge.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Nico Horner in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-1 is on the way. And that drops in for a strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And we're back. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Ben Brown.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
That's an automatic ball because the timer ran out.
And a free base with the walk. Not exactly a confidence-boosting play on the mound.
Batting second.
Now the number 2 hitter, Nick Fortes. Hard on the ground to first. Steps on the bag for 1. The tag, and they get him at second. That's a double play.
Batting third, the second baseman, Otto. Lopez.
Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
2 out, space is empty. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We played an inning. No score. New inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Nico Hoerner. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. And that drops in for a strike. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Headed towards the corner. Sanchez on the run.
Oh.
Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. That one to first, Wagaman. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting 7th, the designated hitter, Moises Ballesteros.
And next is the designated hitter, Moises Ballesteros. On the ground to the left, Sanoja. Tosses to first, 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 8th, the catcher, number 9, Miguel.
2 down, base is
Amaya.
empty. And now it's Miguel Amaya. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
The third baseman,
Runner at
Vidal
first with 2 away. And
Brujan.
now it's switch hitting third baseman Vidal Brujan. The 1-2.
Oh.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. Next offering upstairs.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real
The center
issues
fielder,
with control.
number 4, Pete Crow
So the
Armstrong.
lineup flips over. Next to hit, Pete Crow Armstrong. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Lifted in the air, out to left. And that's the third out. Cubs strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Miami,
Lead up
now the
for
left fielder,
Marlins,
Kyle
the left fielder,
Stowers.
Kyle Stowers.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Nice line
That
drive to
is
the
it.
pull
The
side
first
right there,
baseman,
but he didn't
Garrett
spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So up next, Eric Wagaman.
Nope. Ball two.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And there's one down.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, Connor Norby.
Now it's going to be Connor Norby. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2. Way inside. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Some high cheese for strike three.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Two outs.
Ball two.
In the dirt.
2-2.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. No score here in the second. Next pitch misses, and now it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. We head on now to the top of the third. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning. So here's Kyle Tucker now.
Tucker.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. He hammers one out to right. It's 1-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Seiya Suzuki, the next to hit, the 1-1. That one fouled off.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Outside low, and that's ball two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a ground ball, and foul ball. Hot shot to third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Now batting, the first baseman, Michael Bush.
And here's the first baseman, Michael Bush.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike two. Miami's bullpen with some action. Ryan Weathers getting ready to go. Suzuki on at first, nobody out.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Three and two.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, he froze him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball. Once he recognized that it was off speed, he just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and pitcher just won the battle.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ronnie Enriquez will depart, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on.
Now
we'll be back in a minute.
Marlins,
Ryan Weathers comes on
number
now.
35.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Swanson digs in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Now snap throw to first, and he's back in safely.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
And that keeps him from advancing past second.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
One out, runner at second. So here's Horner now.
That's out the corner.
Logan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Fouls one off, 2-2. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Moises Ballesteros, the next Cub to hit. Way high. Miguel Amaya waiting to hit for the Cubs. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Miguel Amaya.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. In the air out towards right center. Sanchez makes the catch, and that'll do it. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 2 and the Marlins nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for Miami, Derek Hill. That misses, and it's 2-1. Fouled off down the right side. To third, Brujan. Whips it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Javier Sanoja.
Javier Sanoja digs in now. Strike of the outside corner. Now 1-2. 1 out, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2-2.
On the ground, Swanson. On to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And the Marlins down quietly, and they're down 2-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park, and now it's Vidal Brujan.
Vidal Brujan.
And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. That's inside.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
So digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. And that misses. 2-1. Just missed. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Tucker, the next Cub to hit. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch is outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swung on, belted. Way back there. And it hits the fence. Makes the turn and heads for second. The relay throw. And he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Out to short. To first, save. And runners at the corners after the infield single.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And that is cut on and missed. 1 and 2. 2 on, 2 outs. That's out to center field. Hill on his way over. Makes the grab, and that is that. And we're back.
Lead
and
up
now
for the
Nick
Marlins,
Fortes.
the catcher, Nick Fortes.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
1 ball.
He's pitching
2
well,
strikes.
but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Foul ball still, a 1 and 2 count. And that's outside.
2 and 2.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball.
batter,
Really
6.
locked him up. And
Second baseman,
as a hitter, it's not
Otto
typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect
Lopez.
away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
And now Otto Lopez. Right through there for a strike. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Really love the
Now
pitch sequence right there.
left
I'm telling you
fielder,
what, pitcher and
Kyle
catcher on the same page right now.
Stowers.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Stowers. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 and 2.
The Cubs up by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in Miami, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Dansby Swanson. Swing and a miss. And that's strike
1
2.
ball.
So
2
hard to
strikes.
touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. These pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit.
Now
It
batting,
looks good
the
because
second
you
baseman,
see it for a good
Nico
while as a hitter.
Corner.
Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
And that one inside and it hit him.
Hit by pitch. First base.
Now it's the DH, Moises Ballesteros. Man at first, one away. Step off, throw to first. Corner back in on a dive. Weathers fires.
2-1.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The catcher, number 9, Miguel Amaya.
Here's the catcher to hit, Miguel Amaya. Corner off of first with 2 away.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. 2 outs. In the air, left field, Stowers. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. 1 left for the Cubs as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Eric Wagaman. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fly ball to right. Tucker makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Connor Norby getting ready to hit. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Liam Hicks, the next up for the Marlins. That one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball 3.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Vidal Brujan. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Activity in the bullpen. Max Meyer preparing to come on if needed. Fauché getting loose as well. Next pitch misses inside, and the count's full.
2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
Popped in the air, left field. Stowers makes the play. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle Tucker.
Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That misses, and it's 2-1. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Liner, base hit. And that extends the inning. And his hot hitting continues.
I kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Man at first, Seiya Suzuki now at the plate. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Tucker headed for 3rd. Coming home. The relay to the plate, safe, and they're up by 3.
Back-to-back base hits, double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Michael Busch. Line drive, base hit, right field. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Everything came together for him. Good pitch, hard and inside, but he showed off some quick hands, got the barrel to it, and was able to yank it into the outfield.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. 2 outs. Outside low, 2-1. Fastball for a strike. Got it. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Cubs 4 and the Marlins nothing.
Now pitching for
Back
Chicago.
now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Cade Horton.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The center fielder.
And now the center fielder, Derek Hill. Bunting for a hit, he pops it up. Has to barehand it, not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense, and they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
And up next for Miami, Javier Sanoja.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Thought it was a pretty
The
good
right
pitch.
fielder,
Top
number
of the strike
7,
zone. We're seeing
Jesus.
more fastballs in that location.
Sanchez.
Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Hill leads off first with 1 away. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one just missing inside, and it's 2-2. Got him swinging.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff
The
single.
catcher, number
Back-to-back
4,
strikeouts.
Nick
So they haven't been able to move that runner up,
Forte.
get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Now the catcher up to hit, Nick Fortes. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
The Marlins down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings and misses. That K is his 3rd of the game. 1 left for Miami. They're down 4-0.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
Marlins,
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
23.
Max Meyer.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Here's Nico Horner. And that's down and away.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've already earned 5 walks in the game, and of course, that's providing them with a lot of run-scoring opportunities.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2
Now
pitch, and I tell you what, he
designated
earned
hitter,
that walk.
Moises
And up next for
Ballesteros.
Chicago, Moises Ballesteros. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the
Now
plate.
back,
The
the
game
catcher,
plan that he's
Miguel
sticking to. He's just not going outside of what
Amaya.
he's looking for up there.
First and second, no outs. Amaya, the next to hit. In the dirt. And a base hit right there. Horner flies around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 5-0.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
So up now for Chicago, Vidal Brujan. The 1-1. Just missed. No outs, runners at first and second. That's down and in.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And that'll load the bases.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Pete Crow Armstrong. In the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called. So up next, Kyle Tucker.
Ah, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. And that one missing low.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from third. And it's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Max Meyer won't go any further, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him.
Now pitching for
New
the Marlins.
pitcher for the Marlins, Calvin Fauché.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. Fights it off. He'll see another. Bases loaded. 1 away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Sanchez squeezes it. Runner tagging from third. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
Okay.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singing one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle.
Now the left fielder, Kyle Stowers. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher, so your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look. Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
That one missing inside. The Fish with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering way upstairs. Inside, and that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
2 outs. And there's a ball. The 2-1. Wagaman, the runner at first with 2 gone. Right side, hard hit. They take the force out, and that is that. Marlins leave 1. They still find themselves down 6-0. We go to the 8th, so now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Michael Busch. Next offering upstairs. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Wagaman steps on first for the out.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fouls one off, 2-2. Dansby will head back to the dugout after the K. 2 down, base is empty. Nico Horner will come up to hit.
Horner.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Stowers makes the catch, and that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cubs 6 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in Miami, on to the bottom of the 8th. Now here's the Marlins DH, Liam Hicks. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
And here is Derek Hill. Nobody out, runner at first. And he grounds one to the right side, and it goes just foul.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Nice job behind the plate there.
the right fielder, number 7, Jesus.
And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That just misses. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball. Hicks off of first with 2 away. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Tucker puts it away, and that is that. And we're back. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Moises Ballesteros. This one popped up. Wagaman makes the catch. And a quick out, number 1.
The batter, the catcher, Miguel Amaya.
Miguel Amaya will hit next. That one the other way, and that's just foul. The 1-2. And that one is inside. That one is absolutely belted way back there. And foul as it bangs off the fence. The Cubbies up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. In the air, left side. Stowers gets under it. Out, number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That's a ball.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Hill settles underneath it and makes the grab. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 2, 3, 4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cubs 6 and the Marlins nothing.
Now pitching for the
Drew
Cubs.
Pomeranz gets handed the
Number
rock out of the
45.
pen.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
At the plate,
Leading
Nick
up for
Fortes.
the Marlins, the catcher, Nick Fortes.
1-1 now. Late with the swing there.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him,
1 ball,
elevated,
2
and
strikes.
if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And misses inside. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
To the right side, Horner. Over to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Now batting, the second baseman, Otto Lopez.
And at the plate for Miami, Otto Lopez. Here's a 1-1. And that one fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Outside. The count now 2-2. stays alive. Struck him out swinging. And the Marlins with just one out left.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Pomeranz is just one strike away. That one not close. And the count is 2-2. Got him, and that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
6-0 is how this one ends. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.